Well, here I am on my patio, and no idea if I can call this a podcast or not, but this is what it is. Lying on my swing, got things on my mind, perfect day. I mean, I can't complain at all. This is the perfect day that I define. I got my camera, I got another camera right on this one. Uh, the cornhole that I love to play at times, so I can, the sandbags are right here. I can just toss one and dunk one whenever I want to. Uh, Keeps my mind distracted at times. What else? I got my iPad, I got my microphone. I mean, I'm not using that one, I'm using the one right here in my hand, but that's that because of the wind, which is beautiful right now. And then my wind chime, which I really love, is just going to do the background score for me for free. That's what nature gives you if only you slow down and take it in. Enjoy all of it. This is what the perfect weather is. I mean, there is sun, which gets kind of covered by the clouds. There's a bit of an overcast right now. It might rain, might not, but that's Texas for you. Perfect life. I mean, this is the perfect day. I mean, that's it. Given the craziness of the world, this is all you need. At least I need. What else? I mean, this whole thing of podcasting. I mean, I thought, why not? Let me also try. I also keep trying. If for nothing, then at least I had sort of a place where I can vent out, release, speak my mind. Uh, I might be able to look back a couple of years, 10 years, I don't know, down the line and see what I used to think, what my day was. And that's the ulterior objective and motive, just to just vlog and document my life right now. I don't care about the rest. I mean, what is there anything anyway to care about? I don't know why people waste their time on other people's lives. I don't want to do that. The madness in the world is just another level. I don't know what's going on with the world, but it's just crazy. It's crazy and no sense at all. Madness, wars, fights, violence. Oh my God. If we talk about interplanetary movements, we talk about exosolar system, sort of terrestrial, extraterrestrial life and whatnot. Our understanding of a very basic problem statement, which we have not been able to solve for centuries and millennia, is self governance. Humans have not been able to find a single proper working solution of self governance, and they just keep faltering that. We are just killing each other for. I mean, we talk of grand things like there is extraterrestrial life, and we are blessed to have life form on this planet. Is there any other life in the whole solar universe? And yet, petty enough to be fighting and killing each other rather than using our brain as a collective species, which is the ultimate resource that is there at our disposal, and use it to achieve something great. We are petty enough to be fighting all the time and killing each other and wasting that resource, if nothing else. Forget about the pain, the agony, all those things for once. Just be a little selfish as a species, then we are wasting the brains by killing each other. I mean, oh my. There's got to be another species, if at all. There must be the so called aliens. They must be looking at humans and be like, what the hell are these? Well, that's the kind of stuff I'm gonna talk from this vantage point of mine, which I would want to term as patio punditry. I'm gonna name that as patio punditry. And well, if it flies off, it flies off. If it doesn't, I don't care. So that's that. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do here. This is one place where I can be myself. All other places, and it applies to everyone. Most of the people, we have to pretend to be somebody. We have to pretend to talk, to know stuff. Who cares? Who cares? Given the way the things are, if the world goes to war, who cares? We live the next day or not? Who knows? In fact, that's that beautiful sound, beautiful wind. This is all that matters. This very moment. That's it. And yeah, what else we're going to talk about? I don't know. I had something on my mind since the beginning of Feb for a couple of weeks now. The disgust that I felt on this show, on watching the show Yellowstone, especially the way they ended it. Disgusted is the word. Well, I'm going to come back to that, but I got to acknowledge that I'm going to do something about this mic thing for the wind. I think I need to get the podcast mic to be able to fend off the wind, and despite the wind I could record, because I would love the wind to be there when I do it, but with the wind I just try to record it. It's just so disturbing, so noisy that I can barely record what I'm speaking. So got to do something about this mic, but then I think I'll figure a way out. The thing that's been on my mind is a show called Yellowstone. I think everybody would have watched it by now. Most of the people would have watched it. I am going to give my perspective, my 2 cents, my thoughts, my feelings, which are pretty strong right now, and I would like to caution that yes, they are strong. I acknowledge that, and I have no compunction in acknowledging the strong feelings that I'm about to spew. Is that it is disgusting the way they ended the show. Taylor Sheridan, Kevin Costner, the team, whoever was behind it, the executives, what a disgusting way to end the show. First and foremost, how short sighted are you? Two, can't you think of your legacy? What legacy you would have left if you would have just put a nice ribbon on the show and then just pack it up? I mean, you're adults. You could have just disagreed to whatever the disagreements, the artistic disagreements, and then just put a ribbon on it somehow without stooping so low that you did not even respect your own characters that you built from scratch, from ground up. The patriarch around which the whole show was, the protagonist, is taken off from the whole story by such a pathetic exit whereby he's on the bathroom floor, face down. I mean, after that, even all the characters just went for a toss. Nobody's character was strong anymore. It could be Casey, it could be Beth, it could be uh, Jamie. I mean, for God's sake, Jamie's character, I always felt there would be some exit for that poor man, but then there was none. Fine, he had an error in judgment in that scenario with Beth, but then after that, he's just been bashed left, right, and center. I mean, going to prove that real blood is real blood, but everything else is just that. Uh, I mean, from so this is what somebody needs to understand that you are portraying the real Midwest in a beautiful manner. It was so poetic. The landscapes, the horses, the life, the hard work, the toil, and it was so well done. The crimes, the corruption, the nuanced give and take between the indigenous people who were living on the conservation land and the whites and all of that history. Think of it from somebody who's not in America and they are watching that show. How good a reference it would be for the rest of us because we could watch that forever and ever. Like there are a couple of shows in India that you would watch and you get a lot of references on cultural nuances. That's what this could have been. It was such a grand show. I'm sure the production was very costly because there was had a helicopter, there was open lands, there are horses, there's cattle, there's everything, and it was very impressive the way Taylor Sheridan was keeping himself as a guest appearance and a real cowboy every now and then. There was a fine touch, and it looked like he's doing a real good job at it. He knew the nuances of what's going on, what goes on in the bunkers, in the barn, everything. But and the 4 6s and all that. I was all in. I was about to buy their alcohol and all in. But then the way egos and greed or whatever it is, I'm gonna say egos and greed, but whatever it is that took over and the immaturity, it just this there should be something the executives should do, the corporate executives who run these things behind the scenes, that there is something in the contract whereby nobody can do this to the project. Nobody. So that the legacy is intact. The legacy could not be taken away. Forget about everything. There's more important thing. The legacy, how America is perceived. I mean, I love this country. I love a lot of things about this country. And I am passionate about that because you don't understand as an outsider how important it is, how it is perceived. And that is where you lose it. You keep portraying the greed and egos, and it's just the most negative aspect of the way you deal with things. And that's exactly what happened even in this, and that's just very sad, unfortunate, and disgusting. Well, that's the thing that was on my mind, and I had to get it out, I had to put it out, release it, and yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, if I'm going to watch the same show 10 years from now, how I'm going to react to this, but this is what I felt today and now, after watching it about 2 3 weeks back. Well, let's see. Well, that's it for now. We'll have something else to cover and talk about the next time. Until then, have a good one.